So today we're going to be talking about shapes, and I'm going to show you an image, and I want you to highlight all the different shapes that you see. Okay.
Is it the same triangles as the corner shapes?
Hmm?
Is it, if it's a triangle, there's like triangles so there's the triangles a different shape?
Just highlight one triangle.
Like from each?
Is that all the different shapes that you see?
Aren't they all triangles?
Okay. So let me show you. Okay. So what about, have you seen this shape before? Huh?
Hexagon.
Hexagon.
Oh,
Because it has six. What about this one? Have you seen this one before?
Yeah.
It's a rectangle. Have you seen something like this? Have you seen this one?
Oh, no.
No. This one is a trapezoid. Well, we're going to be talking about some of these figures. We're going to be talking about a rectangle. Do you know what this one is?
No.
This is a parallelogram. This is a
triangle.
This one?
Parallelogram?
No, this is a trapezoid. Okay. So, do you know how to find the area of a rectangle?
Length times width.
Length times width. And how do you know that? Like, why is it length times width?
Because you're trying to find like what's in the inside.
Right. So if I were to like cut it up, right, like this, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6, and this is 4. So in order for me to find the inside, if I cut it up, then it would be 4 times 6, right? Okay. So now let's see if we can find the area. I'm going to teach you how we create the formulas to solve for the area of these shapes. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, right? So if we had the base, okay, and then this is a height here. This is the height, okay? So if I were to cut this, and put this here, what would this look like?
Rectangle.
A rectangle. So what do you think the formula is for the parallelogram?
Like a rectangle?
Yeah, so what's the formula for the rectangle?
Length times width.
So the formula for the parallelogram is?
Length times width.
But for the parallelogram, we don't use length or width. We use base and height. Okay? So now let's solve the area for a triangle. So this is our triangle. Okay, and the triangle goes the same way. We have a base. This is our base. And we have a height. This is our height. Okay? So if we were to put another triangle that's exactly the same, but this way, what would that look like?
9.
Do you remember the name of it?
Parallelogram?
Yes, the parallelogram. So this looks exactly like the parallelogram. So what's the area of the parallelogram? Oh, how do we find the area?
Base times height.
But the triangle is how many parts of it?
2.
So the triangle is 2 parts. So if we solve for the whole thing, what do we need to do to solve for just the triangle?
Half it.
Right. So the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. Okay? So now let's do the trapezoid. So for this one's a little different. We have base 1, which is the top one. We have base 2, which is the bottom one. And then we have the height. Okay? So we're going to do the exact same thing. So what does that look like?
Parallelogram.
But how would we need to do base times height, right, for the parallelogram? But the bases are, how are we going to utilize all of the bases that we have? What do we need to do? Add them. So it's going to be base 1 plus
base 2.
And then what do we do?
Times height.
And then?
Divided by 2.
Okay, yeah. So that's how we solve for it. We do base 1 plus base 2, multiply by the height, and then divide it. Because since it's 2 parts, that's what we're going to need. Okay. So, right here, behind here, write down the formulas. Let's do rectangle first.
And what's the next one?
The other one is the parallelogram. That's how you spell it. Parallelogram. Do you know what parallel lines are?
Lines that like are the same.
Yeah. So you see these lines here? These lines are like that. But also these lines. That's why it's called parallelogram, because it's made out of 2 parallel lines. Okay? So what is it?
Height. And triangle.
Base times W.
Right. Okay. And then triangle, right?
Triangle. What was a triangle?
Is it the same as that? I mean, divided by 2?
Yes. So when we write divided by 2, we usually write it like this. It's usually base times height over 2. And then the trapezoid. So the trapezoid, that's how you spell it.
Base 1. Times height.
Since we're going to be timesing by height, we have to put this in parentheses. That we can know that we're going to do that first.
And then divide by 2.
And we're going to do the same thing all over 2. Okay. So, for your first activity, you are going to roll a pair of dice, and then you're going to plug in what the length is going to be. When you roll a pair of dice, you're going to add them up, and that's going to be your length. And then you're going to roll them again, and you're going to add them up, and that's going to be your width, and you have to solve for the area. So you're going to roll them, and then add them up, and that's going to be your height, that's going to be your base. And you're going to roll them to find all the information that you need, and once you have all of that, you will solve for the area. Okay? So in this one, we have a mixture of shapes. Okay? So this one has a mixture of 2 shapes, this one has a mixture of 3 shapes. And it gives you already the lengths that you need. So you need to solve the area for the whole shape, okay? And then on this one is the same thing, but when you roll the dice, you're gonna multiply them, and that's gonna be your area. And you're gonna roll the dice, and you're gonna add them, and that's gonna be your length or your width, and you have to solve for the other one, okay? So you're gonna find for the area and leave one of your sides unknown, and you're gonna solve for that. Those are gonna be your activities, okay?